Hello everyone, the Nas Blast here, back with another nasty analysis. A series where I go back and play through an old, or even sometimes crusty, video game, then share my thoughts and experience with the game, as well as go over the main story mode. And with a new Mortal Kombat movie coming out, what better time than now to go over an old classic from the series. Today we will be going over Mortal Kombat Armageddon, the 7th main installment of the series and the final game of the original story run. Developed and published by Midway, MK Armageddon released back in 2006 for most consoles like PS2 and Xbox, and 2007 for the Wii, which came with a bonus special character, which is a pretty big deal considering the thing this game was best known for was the inclusion of just about every single Mortal Kombat character up until that point, coming to a total of 64 characters, including Chameleon with a K on the Wii, and another fighter that you, the player, can create. This feature is still pretty fun to use too, allowing you to put together your own character using body parts and even moves from all the other characters in the game. And yeah, people have made some pretty crazy characters, and I could only imagine how online was back in the day. Could you just imagine running into a Goku on your Mortal Kombat game? Pretty wild if you ask me. Of course, at the end of my playthrough, I had to go into the mode and splurge on the unlockables to make my most perfect, precious creature. I'm trying to do it again. Yes! That's the secret technique of the Sloppy Joe bloodline. That and this one. No, not that. This, that one! I can't help but see how much you need a belly bash! This game had many interesting ideas and game modes that really push what a Mortal Kombat game could be, and is arguably one of the most content-rich fighting games you could ask for, especially for the time. Of course, you have your usual arcade mode, versus mode, and at the time, online. And of course, they create a fighter alongside this game's full 3D story mode called Konquest mode. And for some reason, they also have like a Mario Kart-like racing mode. Yeah, don't know who came up with that idea. I mean, the game mode is pretty dog water, but it's still a full-ass racing mode in a Mortal Kombat game. They really didn't need to include this, but they did, fellas. They did. And that's some big brain ingenuity coming from Midway. Poor Raicho's so disgusting. He just ripped ass again. Oh. That could have been bad. Okay, that was horse shit. I should have picked that up. Literally ran right through it. I don't know how they went bankrupt, bro. They had to have been sabotaged. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this game had over 60 characters. That's wild. And most characters have 2 fighting styles to switch through, usually including a weapon. You've got all the usual characters like Scorpion, Raiden, Mileena, and even playable boss characters like Goro and Shao Kahn. But of course, we also have a lot of the forgettable characters here like Jarek and Su Hao. But unfortunately, since there are just so many characters, some things had to have been sacrificed in the end, leading to a sort of quantity over quality situation, with things like every character ending just being the character Fortnite dancing on top of a pyramid, with the same voices narrating over them, talking about what they did with the power that they got by completing the tower mode. But the real thing that was cut, that was a real letdown, was characters not having unique fatalities. Not real ones anyway. Instead, it was replaced with generic stuff layered on top of each other, and was not treated as a cinematic. It was pretty weak, especially since fatalities were the thing that made Mortal Kombat pretty big. I mean, what is Mortal Kombat without its crazy over-the-top and creative fatalities? Personally, I would have rather development go towards that, fatalities, than that of like motor combat. But it is what it is. Anyways, one game mode that I feel makes all this almost feel worth it is the Konquest mode. The second real story mode, following in the footsteps of Deception, which is another Mortal Kombat game I've gone over if you want to go check that out. Deception's Konquest mode was a little different though, being more open with more ability to explore, whereas this Konquest mode is more of a linear beat-em-up style, which is actually pretty fun at times, of course with interjections of actual fights sprinkled throughout the story mode. But upon opening the game, we must first experience and watch the amazing opening cutscene, which will bring us up to speed on what's happening.
Mortal Kombat had begun to tear the fabric of the realms.
The most epic cutscene
Point has finally been reached.
in Mortal Kombat history.
It was foreseen that combatants would one day grow too powerful and too numerous. If left unchecked, their intensifying combat would weaken and shatter the realms and bring about the apocalypse.
Yeah, this cutscene always gets me hyped, and I probably look it up on YouTube every time I get into the Mortal Kombat type mood. It's just that epic. This cutscene used to give me the tingles as a little kid, and it still does. Sub-Zero, Scorpion going at it. Raiden and Shinnok. This is everything you could ever possibly want. For Rock and Kung Lao, I mean, that's alright too, but look at this! Look at this! In the sky! They're fighting in the sky! Pretty much the story this time around is centered around the conflict of every single Mortal Kombat fighter coming to blows in this canyon. A fight between good and evil at first, but as the Pyramid of Argus erupts out of the ground, teams just kind of go out the window, and it's a free-for-all to get to the top of the pyramid, in order to fight Blaze, a being made of molten magma. Oh, you get her, Striker! Look at him go! Striker put in work. He got further than I thought he would. That's gross. This was some bullshit right here. Quan Chi should not be able to take Kenshi in a sword fight. Are you kidding me? But behold! 2 swords! Kenshi forgot you can use 2 swords! Whoever manages to defeat Blaze gains godlike power, but Destiny has reserved that right for one. A new protagonist introduced right at the end of the storyline, the main character of this game. This is Taven, the son of Argus and Delia. And he's, pretty meh. You know, there's not too much interesting stuff about him. And to be honest, he isn't really a character that stuck out to me. And I didn't really want him to come back that much unless they really fully revamped his character, like how they did to Ashura or Li Mei in the newest installment of MK1. His special moves, personality, and aesthetic are all just kind of boring to me. The coolest thing just being this color scheme of black and gold. But his main abilities are just fire attacks, like Mortal Kombat doesn't already have like 30 characters that can do that. Maybe if they made his attacks more like a gold or yellow fire, and he had more moves related to like dragons, he'd be a lot cooler in my book. But nope, just generic fireball and shoulder bash and teleport, and his weapon is a broadsword. I mean, at least it matches the drip. We follow Taven as he emerges from his rock cocoon. His father and mother had placed him there to sleep for hundreds of years, as well as his brother Dagon, who was placed in a rock somewhere else. They are destined to stop Armageddon, destruction of all the realms from happening, an event that is supposed to happen from the results of this battle against like 60 people in this random ass canyon. Okay, yeah, whatever. Taven's quest given to him by his parents is to stop this from playing out by defeating Blaze, the fire spawn, a creature also made by their mother alongside the pyramid. Both Taven and Dagon have been laying rest this whole time, allegedly, while being watched over by their dragons, a gold dragon named Orin for Taven, and a red dragon named Karo for Dagon. Taven does not fully understand the quest though, and wishes to speak with his father. Orin then teleports us to the first level of 14 in this game, named Botan Jungle. Okay, we are in it now. Okay, that's a little... There's some weird shenanigans going on. Might have to figure that out. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well, I was wanting to play in a higher definition, but I just had too many visual errors and bugs, and I'm just gonna go OG, like, original PlayStation 2 graphics here. Alright, let's start the journey of MK Armageddon, finally. And right off the bat, it shows off a lot of the things that we're gonna find throughout this mode, like breakable objects, character items, chests, music tracks, and hidden puzzles such as squashing big nasty ass bugs. And shortly into the level, we run into the first 2 characters of the universe, being Cobra and Kira. Cobra being the only one we actually fight, which solidifies him as the most bum level Mortal Kombat character, serving as the easiest fight in the game. The most iconic character in Mortal Kombat, Cobra. Luckily, Cobra is pretty easy to take down, it seems. I haven't even looked at my move list yet. I'll do that when things start to ramp up, but I'm just figuring things out right now. After annihilating that Tekken reject, we take the main bridge, which leads us to a monolith. These things are scattered throughout the entire game. This first one acts as a tutorial for the 3D beat-em-up sections, and ends with a fight with another low-tier character, Jarek. Come on, fireball, fireball! How do you like them apples? The old triple nipple tug right there. This is really the only monolith we have to do, the rest having different challenges slash mini games that we can complete for loot chests. The only downside is that some of them have you do this like 6 or 7 times depending on the challenge. And some of the challenges include regular enemy waves, protecting an old geezer from zombies, and collecting blaze balls while avoiding fire bombs. Most of them are pretty monotonous. But after completing that first one, we end up unlocking the first and most essential special move for the beat 'em up sections, the ground pound. This thing was my best friend throughout the entirety of the game, and I used it way more than the other abilities we end up unlocking later. We end up putting our newfound ability to the test when we encounter the entrance of the temple. This is where we must fight a horde of black dragon thugs. The actual combat in these sections are pretty simple. You have your basic moves such as punch, uppercut, throw, and block, but the main one I used was punch, pretty much. I kept spamming punch until I built my mana meter enough to use a ground pound, and I pretty much did this technique on repeat through the entire game. At least for these normal sections where there aren't really any like cool gimmicks going on. Like the next part where we get to use a big ass hammer. Most of these sections where we use weapons are extremely easy, but I can't help but have fun and feel satisfied when I mow through hordes of enemies with a weapon that one-shots them. After turning all those black dragon thugs into hunks of meat patties, we encounter the current head honcho, Cabal. But luckily we're still early game, so he poses no trouble. The signature uppercut. Oh, wrong move. That's not an uppercut. There we go. I don't even know what that is, but I don't want it. If you ever get in a street fight, boys, always just start with a headbutt because they never expect it. This completes the first level, and we head to the second, the inside of the Temple of Argus. Here we get some more lore drop, with Taven encountering a wall showing what his quest is.
That looks like Mother having one of her visions. And this must be Father speaking with the Elder Gods. And what's this? It appears as if my brother and I are attacking some demon.
It's Goku, but then is suddenly jumped by red dragon assassins. Most of this level is focused on obstacles like piston hallways and such. Oh, whoa. That was more, I mean, it is Mortal Kombat, I don't know what I expected, but that was pretty brutal. And fighting a bunch of these red guys. Really not much happens here except for finding the worst gimmick in the whole game, poisoned chests. Poison? Am I gonna die? Dude, okay, that's horseshit. That is horseshit. Do not tell me I have to do that whole thing again. Are you actually, dude? I mean, really? Come on, dude. Like, these suck. Who decided to put these in the game? More collectibles, bro. Collectibles everywhere. And poison gas. Great. Wow, I might die now. Worst mechanic in the game. But there actually ends up being no major fights in this level, just ending with Taven getting his brainstem tased and then kidnapped by the leader of the assassins, Sector. Level 3 takes place on Sector's Takunin warship? That's apparently what it's called. Sector has Taven hung up like Mr. Incredible, trying to get info out of him, until a ship is suddenly attacked, giving Taven the ability to escape. And this is the only level in the game that has a timer, as Taven is trying to escape the exploding aircraft, having us do small tasks in between like search dead bodies for a key, punching a bunch of dudes into fan blades, and fighting these same dudes with the coolest weapon in the game, a goddamn lightsaber. Some of this, chop them up. We also learn the second useful ability, the fireball technique, a move only good on sub-bosses pretty much. Of course, this level ends with the one and only real fight being with the shipmaster, Sector. Of course, Taven beats the snot out of him, then skydives out of the ship, leading to the fourth level of the game, Arctica, pretty much the ice level. Taven is here in search for his mother's temple deep in the Arctic, where we must fight everyone's favorite Mortal Kombat clan. Can you guess what it is? Yep, the Tengu. This level is actually the longest so far, with a few memorable sections like facing off against the first sub-boss, the Ice Beast. Okay, how am I supposed to dodge that one? Dude, just kick me in the nads. Stop it. Alright, maybe it's time for a little fireball action. Fireball, fireball. Oh yeah, that's its weakness for sure. Stop it, little asshole. What? You just dropped a nugget and I picked it up. Oh, okay. Stop, man. You're crazy. You're killing me. singed. And yeah, I'm gonna call all the overworld bosses and the beat 'em up sections sub-bosses, and the actual 2D Mortal Kombat fights as the actual bosses, to keep it simple. Because right after fighting that sub-boss, we're greeted with the first actual boss of the level, Sonya Blade. What you doing here? Aren't you cold?
Blade of the Earthrealm Special Forces. You've got some explaining to do. What are the Takunin up to?
I can see your G-string. She's probably got a major wedgie right now.
I'm the son of Argus. You have no authority over me.
I have full authority.
After defeating her in that completely pointless fight, we end up continuing our journey through the snowy wasteland, helping a monk who got lost from his friends who were actually just 20 feet away, finding another monolith, running through some random-ass advanced obstacles set up in the Arctic, a sword slaughter section, and then running into yet another sub-boss, the Tengu clan leader. Be a cool character.
You are free to go.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm free to go? After I've already defeated your entire clan? How generous of you.
My sincerest apologies.
So this is the leader.
When I was told that you had attacked my men near the obelisk, I assumed you were with the other two outsiders we encountered. But clearly you are you.
This is the Mortal Kombat character that didn't make the cut. They need to bring this character back. And after him, we then fight another actual boss and one of my favorite characters in the game, the purple ninja himself, Rain. And for some reason he has a kind of important role, but is never really used throughout the rest of the game, which is him being the third brother to the main characters Taven and Dagon. But nope, he just gets curb stomped right here, and that's where his story ends apparently. However, he did serve a role as being the first character to give me a little bit of trouble. I would very much appreciate it if you went a little bit easy on me. Oh no. Oh, I have a sword now? When did I get the sword? I thought... Oh, dude. You're done. You're done now. Oh. Bro, can you chill the fuck out? This guy is going a little too hard on me. I don't know why. I didn't say anything to him. He's just being like that. Ah! First troublemaker of the run. Alright, dude. You know what? Back to Gold Dragon. Might be time to look at the move list. Yeah, this level still isn't over. We now have to complete probably one of the most annoying and tedious beat-em-up sections involving fighting hordes of Lin Kuei ninjas as we approach their fort where they have archers on top that constantly shoot at us, as well as catapults raining hellfire onto the battlefield. This whole part just kind of sucks. Oh man. Oh yep, I died. Yeah, that's kind of rough. Just gonna hang out. Oh, how'd he get me, dude? There's gotta be like a certain angle here. Dude. Yeah, there's gotta be a sweet spot where nothing can hit me. I think this is it. It's supposed to end. I ran out of health. They're not spawning any more enemies. If I go out for a second, I get sniped. Dodge. Almost done, boys. Come on, don't die now. Come on, give me enough juice. I gotta get that crystal. Fuck. This is way harder than it needs to be, dude. Oh my god. That went on way too long. Completing this section, though, does finally end the level, leading into the next one. That being Taven's mother's temple that has now been renovated by the Lin Kuei, acting as their new fortress. Of course, we fight hordes of Lin Kuei in here, but the real interesting part is when we get our hands on an ice scepter, allowing us to freeze motherfuckers like the homie Sub-Zero. And this is a good example weapon of having one move that is just way better than the rest. Being as it is ice, the first attack freezes an enemy, and then the second attack is the kill shot. But you can just knock two birds out with one stone if you just uppercut, freezing the enemy and then shattering them when they hit the ground. Most weapons have a move like this where it's just a one shot and it's just better than the rest, so you just gotta figure out what it is. After slaughtering some Lin Kuei in their home fortress, we encounter a frozen Frost, Sub-Zero's student, who of course we gotta take down because she is a psychotic bitch.
Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero?
This man looks nothing like Sub-Zero.
The medallion.
She is easy enough, but is the first of many fights in this one level. Next up being the main man himself, Sub-Zero, who is, as expected, a little tough. Oh man, if they block my first kick, you know it's gonna be rough. Block! Oh, I keep forgetting I have a sword. Oh, he whipped out his weapon too. Oh shit. Come and get it. Yeah? You want it? Yeah, no, I don't want it, I don't want it. Not cool. Blocking is not cool. Ah! Sub-Zero, you bitch! I hate fighting as Taven, bro. We've got 64 characters on the roster, and every fight is Taven. Don't. Can you not? Don't! Ah! Keep doing this. This might be the... Ah, shit! I was gonna say new strat, but he blocked it. Okay, that's a new... Sub-Zero can't do that. What? Stop! Ah, alright. Not too bad, not too bad. However, once defeating Sub-Zero, he ends up being the only character so far to actually be chill. No pun intended. Yeah, he actually stops fighting Taven and is actually asking Taven like, wait, why are you even here, bro? And then he shows Taven what he's been looking for, which ends up being some snazzy new armor. But of course, some dude comes in to break up this budding bromance, just for said dude to get bodied in front of us by a shadow ninja. This does lead to the two characters teaming up, and we are introduced to some new enemies to fight in these shadow ninjas. Just stick with old reliable. Ground pound is so good. Hells yeah. Also going through a long-ass puzzle involving going down these long corridors to pull some levers while avoiding fireballs. Oh, too early. Damn it. Okay, I barely touched it that time. It's too sensitive. You technically only need to do 2 of them, but there are 4 there, so naturally, you're probably going to do all of them. We are then shown another classic ninja returning, the Gray Ninja, Smoke, who shows us the process of turning Lin Kuei into shadow ninjas by shooting smoke into their brain, I guess. Not what I was expecting. And of course, we're getting into the part of the game where fights are becoming a little difficult, especially when fighting notoriously annoying characters such as Smoke. Literally makes no sense. Like, how am I supposed to be punching this dude if he's actually made of smoke? What is that? Oh, no! Smoke! Stop! No! Stop it. Stop. This is why smoke is toxic, bro. Nobody likes fighting smoke! This goes double for the next boss, Noob Saibot. How'd Sub-Zero get there?
We shall see.
Oh. The worst thing about the 3D games is that it's hard to do the uppercut. It takes too long to pull off because you can't just go down. There's like a... Oh god. Haha, blocked his shuriken with my arm. Troll hammer? Why does Noob Saibot have a troll hammer? Don't, you asshole! Sometimes they hit me in ways that don't seem like they should be possible. Oh my god, noob. Jesus. It'd be nice to be Noob or Sub-Zero, you know, characters that are fun to play. Taven fucking sucks balls. So it keeps track of the wins down there. 2 wins. Maybe they do get easier. And all the special moves are hard to pull off in 3D. Just because of the weird, like, axis, you know? Like, up and down. Don't hit me with that hammer again, bro. Killed him by a nut kick. But this is where one of the most important storylines of the whole series actually comes to an end. The conflict between Sub-Zero and his brother, Noob. getting to a point where Sub-Zero finally has the opportunity to cleanse Noob, or Bihan, of whatever the fuck is wrong with him. A good parallel between the current main character Taven and his brother Dagon. Hopefully there is hope for them as well. And can I just add how it's so wild that Sub-Zero is the only character to be kind of friends with Taven so far, even though we just massacred like 70% of his entire clan? I guess Sub-Zero is just that homie. Anyways, this closes level 5, taking us back to Orin, where we figure out that the next objective is to confront the clan that keeps appearing to hunt down Taven, the Red Dragon clan. Their headquarters being the setting of level 6 and 7, 6 being extremely short. We get transported to the entrance of their secret location, known as the Crimson Forest, where we fight a bunch of Red Dragon thugs while using one of their laser guns. Why does he gotta stand like that, bro? He's standing so fruity. Oh, okay, so that's the way you use this thing. Alright, alright. Fuck the laser beam. Ground pound all day. Culminating with an actual fight with Fujin, the god of wind. And of course, this is another fight that literally makes no sense. Fujin pretty much just being a dick.
I will stop you.
Why?
Force if necessary.
I respect you, Fujin. You are a friend to my family. But I will not leave.
Then you leave me no choice.
So, Fujin, why are you doing this? I thought we were friends. Now we're gonna fight to the death. Stop it. Stop it! No! Haha! Fujin, you fucking ass. It feels like if you win one match against them, they get harder the second round. Ah! Ain't no reason why you gotta keep score of how many wins, bro. Put that sword away. What just happened there? I like froze midair. Alright, finally got a win. Jesus. Oh my god, the Vortex Deluxe. Okay, I think they do get easier the more you die to them. Which is nice. I don't think Deception was like that. Look at his hair. It's going crazy. And with that, the Chapter 6 ends with that one fight in that one section. So, Chapter 7 being the real level, Red Dragon Caves. And here is where we fight some of the most annoying enemies, who throw gas bombs and have explosive barrels just littering the room. Ah! The poison gas! If I just keep punching them and... oh, shit. Okay, these guys are actually kind of cooking. How'd I get gassed? Once fighting a few waves of henchmen, we finally meet the man in charge of the Red Dragon. Surprise, surprise, it's our dear old brother, Dagon.
I formed the Red Dragon clan many ages ago.
There must be some misunderstanding. Your soldiers have been hunting me.
There is no misunderstanding. For years, my clan has infiltrated every corner of Earthrealm searching for you.
He's been purposely hunting down Taven to kill him, so the prize of the quest will be his alone. See, apparently Dagon got accidentally awakened by his mentally deficient dragon, so he's been awake and walking around for a long ass time and has gotten a little insane. But instead of fighting us himself, he sends his lackey Mavado to do the job. And let's just say, he wasn't a match for our boy Taven. He blocked my secret technique! Damn, you see the way I landed? Well, you try to use his slings on me? Get them things out of here. Don't, not with the slings. Come on. Bro, do not let me lose. Not to Mavado. It's fine if I lose to Fujin or like Noob Saibot or fucking Scorpion, but not this guy. Come on. Stop it. He used the same combo. Damn it. Ah, the disrespect, bro. I don't want to be stuck on him. I don't know how I just did that, but I want to do it again. I feel like my sword sucks. Like, his weapons are cool. But it's only because they're Cabals. I guess he got tired of using slings. Oh my gosh. You can put them away, dude. Like, there's no need to... I'm gonna play this cautiously. Yes! Got him! Only took two of his wins, but a third time's a charm. Mavado snapped away on a concealed elastic cord. Like, he escaped with his fucking little bungee cords. He disappeared through a hatch Which sealed behind him, dude. What? That dude's a cartoon character. After Movado runs away like a Looney Tunes character, we run into Kano for some reason, and we actually don't fight him.
They were trying something new on me, but they'll never finish.
Wait, I have more questions for you.
And he's just gone, bro. Kano, the fastest moving member of the whole combat cast. Out of all the characters we've ran into, Kano was the most reasonable. Pretty whack. We also end up learning our fourth move, Time Stop. We also learned the third move a little bit ago too, which is Teleport, but honestly, it's complete butt cheeks. Barely ever used it. Time Stop is a little better and actually has specific uses in the story mode, but Teleport just never had a use for me. Luckily, Red Dragon mercenaries aren't the only type of enemy we fight in this section. There's another group of enemies we fight, which are artificially created red lizard people. Then we get a scene of Quan Chi hanging out with some chicks, one of which being Serena, and she ends up being the only mini-boss in the game that is like an actual character we can play as, you know, and like the character select. And she fights alongside her sisters? I think they're her sisters. I don't know. They were in Sub-Zero mythologies, but nobody played those games. Gotta fight all three of them. I think this is the only time Serena has ever done anything actually in like a mainline Mortal Kombat game. We end up exploring more of the base, and we end up finding the Red Dragon himself. Dagon's pet dragon that ruined everything. And he is being interrogated by the Green Lizard Man, Reptile, also being one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters of all time. Sadly though, we gotta put him down. One thing I never got was, why is Reptile's blood green? Like, I get it, he's a lizard and he's different. But I'm pretty sure, like, reptiles in real life still bleed green, right? Or, I mean red. Talking to Karo, the Red Dragon, he lore drops what has happened to Dagon, and how he got crazy and ended up killing his and Taven's parents, certifiably pissing Taven off. He then tells Taven that Dagon has left into the portal that's right next to them, leading to the Netherrealm, and that we should follow him there while he stays back to finish off the Red Dragon clan, concluding level 7. Of course, this means chapter 8 takes place in the Netherrealm, mostly on this lava cliff. We fight hordes of Oni and get to use probably the worst weapon in the entire game, the shock gloves. These are like the weakest weapons so far. Like every other weapon had something crazy, but no, these are kind of lame. And the fucking spit, the blood spit, I am not fucking with. And then an actual named Oni character shows up, the very much underappreciated Draman, stinky jerky man with a cool mask and a club hand. After beating him, we unlock one of the most valuable collectibles in the game, from these gold chests. Female armor legs. Oh man, something was exposed. Chests are the main collectible, usually holding stuff like alternate costumes, stages, and motor combat music. But the gold ones strictly just have Elder God gear that you can put on your creative fighter. Whoa! The titty plates, those are going in the vault. There's also special collectibles around, iconic things that are associated with each character. Tanya's choker, oh baby. Moloch's ball, I don't want it. Dude, drop that. Or even meat steak. What part of meat did this come off of? Should have been like his cleaver or something. I don't want like part of him, bro. That's gross. Just got that shit in my pocket right now. And the more of these you unlock, you get to unlock actual characters like Meat and Dagon and Blaze. Once getting to the bottom of this Netherrealm mountain, we reach the second and final battle of the level, where Taven jumps in to save his good old pal Shinnok from a stripper in hell. Defeating Li Mei allows Shinnok to drop some lore to Taven, explaining he's not an Elder God anymore, and that he can help Taven if he helps him in return by taking back his spire from the demons. This makes Shinnok's spire level 9, which is another pretty long level. Shinnok's spire is a level that features many different floors with different challenges we must overcome, some being pretty interesting, like the first floor where we must fight warlock demons while breaking different colored stones around the room. And then the second floor is fighting a thick demon mini-boss who summons little shit imps that we smash with hammers. This is peak Mortal Kombat. You gotta smash them, it's like whack-a-mole. I like this. This is my favorite part of the game so far. Afterwards, the first real fight of the level emerges as Havoc, who actually is the first battle in a while that I win first try. Hooray for me. I did it! 0 losses against Havoc. Thank God, at least one of those fights went good. But we get some more sections afterwards that includes throwing demons into spike walls to fill the room with blood, and a section of cutting down demons with a fire sword. Then at the top, we get a back-to-back fight with Shiva. Stop it. No. No. No! No! And then Kintaro. Dude, okay, that inhale move is whack. If you're just like on the opposite side of the screen, it hits you. No, no. Yes, yes, got him. See you next time, Taiga Man. Taven proves himself to Shinnok though, taking out the formidable foes, and in return, Shinnok tells him where he can find Dagon, and teleports him back to Earthrealm. But then it is revealed that Shinnok's a big ol' fat liar and a fraud, and is harboring an enemy of the state behind his chair. Turns out all the characters we fought since either Li Mei or Draman have been illusions, I guess, and was just a test to see how strong Taven was, and is actually working with Dagon. He also mentions that he has spread word of the oncoming battle, so there will be many participants, and he wants Dagon to win for his own reasons. And I guess it just really is not Taven's day today, because once he goes back to Earthrealm, he goes to see Orin, who has been fatally wounded by that bald, pale bastard Quan Chi. Taven now wants revenge and wants to find that fucktard, leading us to level 10, Shao Kahn's fortress. Here we gotta get into the main fort by pulling some levers and avoiding some spike balls, as well as fighting some random ass dude named Raza, who is actually pretty tough for just some random dude that's not even like a mini boss. Is Raza just a dude's name? Kamehameha! Kamehameha! Oh shit. Why does this dude named Raza have more health and is harder to take down than actual characters like Serena that was a mini boss, who's an actual character you play as? This random ass dude. Shao Kahn should have made this guy his champion, not Goro. Finally, Jesus. This one area, however, is considered one level, which makes it one of the shortest, not even having an actual one-on-one boss fight. Making inside the fortress starts level 11, and we are introduced to one of the most popular characters for, certain reasons.
I am Melina. Not bad. Care to dance?
Then we continue our journey through the fortress, even letting out some prisoners, even though I highly doubt any of them got out alive, considering they are literally right next to a mini-boss in the form of the Executioner. And this guy's fight is actually kind of unique, making use of your abilities like Time Stop and Ground Pound. Watching us through that whole fight though was a familiar face. Old Man Shujinko, the protagonist from the last game, and apparently he's here to defeat Shao Kahn and most of the Mortal Kombat villains by himself. Yeah, okay buddy, whatever you say.
I am not here to do battle with you. My task is to eliminate Shao Kahn.
Alone? This I must see.
Not only will I defeat him, but a host of his allies.
And I don't think this goes too well for him, you know, considering the opening cutscene. Shujinko! One punch took him out! After going through some more hordes of Shao Kahn soldiers with a butcher's knife, we make it to another mini-boss that may even be considered a full-on boss. So much so that this one boss room is considered the entirety of level 12. This is Shao Kahn's Colossus statue, and let me tell ya, he is a bitch. This fight involves us using most of our abilities to put him down, while avoiding his attacks that hit incredibly hard and are pretty difficult to avoid. Does that do anything? Okay. New mission. Fire fireballs at the orbs. If I can survive long enough. First we must shoot out all the rings around the map with fireballs. Then we gotta lead him to the center circle, where we must then get close to him and freeze time. Then go over to a button on the ground, where we must then ground pound, causing all the rings around the arena to blast the creature. And yeah, we gotta do this twice. That is truly the strat. Roll, roll. The wrong one! Are you kidding me, Taven? You dumbass? Come on, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Oh, dude, are you actually fucking kidding me right now? Oh, get him. Dude, this boss sucks. It was unique, I'll give it that, but those blasts were wrecking me. Once defeated, we continue on to level 13, the Throne Room, where we fight some wizards and Shao Kahn's #1 dick rider, Reiko, who's a lot more annoying than I had anticipated. Reiko is messing me up. It's always the ass characters that mess me up. Alright, so I think I've learned something. If they get you in a combo, just spam block, and I think that's how you get a combo breaker. I'm learning, fellas, I'm learning. Try to get a combo on me. See that? Okay. My theory is... Okay. My theory is beginning to work. Oh, shit. Stop it. Let me hit you. I'm not gonna lie, that move he just did was pretty cool. But I won't let this partake any longer. Ah! Ah! Damn it! Come on, I beat Deception. I should be able to take Reiko. Well, I kind of beat Deception. I beat the Conquest mode. Dude, put that fucking hammer away, dude. That's bullshit. I have to win. I have to win. I can't be stuck on Reiko any longer. Put that shit away, dude. I hate the hammer. Yes! I locked in there for that last bit. And one more thing I'll say about these fights in general is that there may be in fact a pity system. I am not 100% sure though. Sometimes after I die a few times, it seems like the CPU goes a little bit easier on me, usually around attempt 3 or 4, which if that is the case, it's way better than Deception, because there were times where I was stuck on a certain boss for way too long. I can't do anything. So if there was a pity system implemented, thank you, Midway. I appreciate it. Defeating Reiko takes us into another fight with Goro, also giving Taven his probably best scene in the whole game, making Taven look at least a little bit cool.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
At ease, Shao Kahn. I am looking for Quan Chi. Have you seen him?
He is with the Emperor. I am Goro. I have been ordered to let no one pass under penalty of death.
My death? Or yours?
We then make it to Shao Kahn's throne room, where we get probably the most interesting cutscene of the Conquest mode, where we get 4 out of the big 5 bad guys of Mortal Kombat attempting to make an alliance and work together. Damn, Shao Kahn just chilling.
Shao Kahn, Onaga, my comrades. We are all treacherous by nature, and betrayal is to be expected. But if we do not stand together, at least initially, it could mean the end of darkness. I stand with no one. I will claim the prize and with it, destroy you all. Onaga. Emperor Onaga. Not anymore. You haven't been listening to what Quan Chi has told us. The forces of light also seek to acquire this power. You cannot defeat them alone. Only if we join forces does one of us have a chance of winning the prize.
But which one of us? If Onaga is the victor, he could use that power to overthrow you.
I'll take that chance.
It's pretty ballsy.
What of the brothers? What can be done about them?
I have trapped one of them in Earthrealm. The other is in Edenia. We must go there now. Our allies are waiting.
Oh, the climax is coming up. It's funny how Onaga instantly betrays Shao Kahn in this fight. From like the beginning cutscene. Yeah, Shujinko didn't do shit. I'm convinced that man just had to go take an old man shit somewhere, or just forgot because of the old man dementia kicking in. I don't know, but he is nowhere to be found. Anyways, after all the evildoers leave, Raiden shows up in his goth attire and fights Taven, becoming yet another troublesome fight. Okay, good luck. If I hit him with the first kick, that's instant good luck. Raiden, you were a good guy once. Let's not throw hands. You know, maybe if Raiden let Taven win this whole thing, then Shao Kahn wouldn't smash his head in at the end. What? I didn't even start the combo yet. How'd you break it? It's crazy how a lot of the good guys were major dicks in this story, like Fujin, Sonya, and Raiden. But then characters like Shinnok and Kano were just chilling, bro. I want to hang out with them, dude. Fuck Sonya. But after Raiden is defeated, Taven decides to follow the other characters into the portal, leading to Edenia, where the Battle of Armageddon will be fought. This is the 14th and final level of the game, the Edenian Ruins, where we are immediately introduced to a character that was noticeably non-existent in the story mode up until now. Scorpion, who is pissed at the Elder Gods for pulling essentially a prank on him. Instead of reviving his clan as normal people after he had completed a task for them, they revived them as flesh-eating zombies instead. So in return, Scorpion is trying to murder Taven so the Elder Gods won't have their chosen champion. And honestly, it's an understandable crash out. This of course leads us to fighting hordes and hordes of undead Shirai Ryu, and even a final mini-boss involving a giant flaming skull, for some reason. What is this? Since when does Scorpion summon a giant skull? Okay, just spam fireball. Alright, I gotta save my, my chakra. There's so much shit going on. Why do they make the womp noise when I hit them? I swear that's the womp noise. Get off my balls! This is getting pretty intense, boys. I don't want to die. Oh no, I just wasted a blast. Yeah, I did it! I defeated the skull. I defeated Blaze, culminating in a battle with Scorpion himself. I honestly thought that they were going to go the same route as Deception and have Scorpion as a final boss for some reason, but luckily they did not do that. Come on, yeah, fuck. See, you're not the only fire user around here, Scorpion. Ah. Oh no, not the signature move. Oh, don't. Ah! Fuck! I didn't think it would take me this long to try and beat Scorpion. Scorpion's always a shithead. I'll be real, he was the final boss in Mortal Kombat Deception for some reason. Don't let up. Okay, instead Dagon shows up to challenge Taven, but Blaze also shows up in his beta build form to stop them and take them both to where the final battle needs to happen.
No choice. We are all bound to the quest. The fate of the realms will be decided today.
Then let's get this over with. I have waited an eternity for this moment.
When this is over, I am going to finish you.
In the end, Taven and Dagon both need to fight it out to see who gets to challenge Blaze in the end and fulfill the quest. Even though Taven doesn't really want anything to do with the quest. He's strictly just here because of the beef with his brother, who becomes the second to last boss of the game.
Last time we raced through Father's Temple, I believe you won. Seems like only yesterday.
It was yesterday.
I suppose it was. For you. But I was awakened prematurely. Over the millennia, I've grown much faster, much stronger. This time, my victory is assured.
The only thing that is assured is that you will pay for killing mother and father.
So you know. Yes, I killed them. I had to. Lord Shinnok warned me that they had decided to assist you.
You killed them over the prize?
With the very weapons Father gave us to use against Blaze. And now I will use them to destroy you. Fight!
Oh baby, I feel like this is gonna take a while. Ah, are you kidding me, dude? Look at that health! Look at that health! Ah, you put me down. Well, damn it. Why are you standing like that, bro? What happened to your eyes? Why are they gray? I'm pulling the breakers off now. I think I understand how to use them. It took me... It only took me 2 Mortal Kombat games. But I figured it out. Well, finally putting the swords away, huh? Fight like a man. Alright, this is it. I'm coming for you. No fair, only I'm allowed to do breakers. Damn it. I don't like his stance. Pisses me off. You're not ready for these hands, Dagon. This is really what you want? Yeah! Take it. Take it or leave it. Finally defeating Dagon brings us to the final cutscene where Blaze explains everything to Taven, and that if he is defeated, one of 2 outcomes will happen. Either all the fighters will have their powers nullified, which, I mean, kind of seems like the better option here, or everyone just dies. And to make it worse, Taven has no idea what's going to happen if he wins. He doesn't have a choice in the matter.
They conceived of a contest between you and your brother. The victor would unleash one of 2 solutions. Like a coin toss, one side would disarm the warriors. The other would destroy them all.
Which side of the coin am I?
It is unknown even to me. Your armor is the catalyst. The fate of the combatants will be revealed when our battle is done.
So by defeating you, I could be killing them all.
They are unimportant. Whichever outcome, you will be saving the realms. But you must not let anyone else combat me.
Then allow me to win, and we'll put an end to this.
No, Taven. I must act according to my creator's design. Take your sword, walk through the archway, and finish the quest.
Blaze then ascends to the pyramid, revealing his true badass physique to Taven, and I bet right here Taven was pissed, thinking he was about to fight the Blaze he was just talking to, that scrawny stick-looking motherfucker. But no, he's got to fight this guy, this titan of an individual. False advertising to the max. Anyways, we skip through the pyramid and immediately fight Blaze as the final boss, who of course has some major bullshit. Oh shit. Blaze, let me win, come on. We're homies, remember? Let me hit you once, stop steamrolling me. Jesus, dude. You're a giant monster made of molten magma, like, how am I supposed to punch that? You hit so hard. Don't. Easy mode, please? Easy mode? Fuck. Dude, that steamroll move sucks. Dude, how's the uppercut not work? I was like right on him. Damn it. Oh my god, dude, he just did like 1 combo on me, and half my health bar is gone. Okay, we gotta win. We gotta win. Okay, we got it. Come on. Oh, yep. Got him in the gizzard. We could have talked this out, Blaze. It didn't have to be like that. But finally, we managed to defeat Blaze. And we get just a phenomenal ending.
I alone defeated Blaze in Mortal Kombat. The energy released by his death passed through me, granting me full godhood. The excess power then filtered through my armor and passed into the other combatants. Though this energy was to have one of 2 effects on them, death or annulment of their powers, a third, unforeseen outcome resulted. The quest did nothing to resolve the instability of the realms. But as protector of Edenia, I vow to stave off Armageddon until a solution can be found.
Yep, nothing happened. And the whole story mode was pretty much all for nothing. Well, that was the original canon ending anyway, but afterwards, with the release of MK9, we know what the outcome is. And that is not the case, actually. It's shown that somehow, Shao Kahn defeated Blaze, giving him ultimate power, even though Onaga yoinked his ass and flew miles away at the climax of the battle. Point is, Shao Kahn wins, and Taven's whole ass journey in the Conquest mode didn't mean jack shit. And the end. Yeah, I mean, Mortal Kombat Armageddon didn't have the best story, but it still tried to do something that most fighting games didn't have. And that was a complete story mode with its own mechanics and whatnot, making it very memorable. The major gripe I have with this game, honestly, is the character of Taven, and how in a roster of 64-ish characters, we only play as him throughout this entire story mode. I feel like this game should have done one of two things in place of, having Taven here. Either make the story around the actual battle of Armageddon, make it more fleshed out and realm-wide instead of just being in this one battle in this canyon, using different characters and concluding all the various storylines they had built up over the years, having each character have their moment to shine, or just have our creative fighter be the main character and we're able to unlock cosmetics and abilities throughout the whole story mode. Either one of those options I think would have made this game a lot more enjoyable and entertaining, especially since it's the last installment of the original storyline, and they should have definitely gave more time to all the characters they had built up throughout all the games, up to this point. But alas, we cannot change what was, but we can appreciate it for what it is. A game with a shitload of fighters, a cool beat 'em up story mode, an awesome creative fighter mode, and a weird Mario Kart mode. MK Armageddon was a pretty good game, and I still will remember it fondly for years to come. Well, if you like this video and Mortal Kombat Armageddon, go check out the second channel, where you can see my complete playthrough of the game. And if you want some other quality Mortal Kombat content, go check out the 3-part video series I did on MK Deception, which was the game before this one. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know how you feel about this game and your thoughts and just whatever, if you have any experience with Mortal Kombat Armageddon as a whole. Just let me know in the comments. Well, with that being said, I have been the Nast Blast, and I hope you guys have a nasty night, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Oh, you see the way he's coming at you? I don't like the way he looks when he walks like this. Oh yeah, I'm coming. Don't worry, I'll be there.